What I'm holding in my hand right here is a mini bug out bag, a kid's bug out bag. So I've got 7 children. Obviously, kids should be top preparation. They think it's fun, they think it's exciting. Of course, I gotta look where I'm going so I don't whack my head off before I show you the contents inside here. So if you've got children, you should teach them about preparedness from a young age. You should teach them about the importance of bug out bags. And this bag here is small enough that they can carry it. They'll have fun putting items in it, seeing what's important, learning about the food, the water, the other gear that you should have. Now, with that being said, you will notice a sticker on here that says Jason Demo Bag. I had my people load my car today for this video shoot. When I say my people, my kids. They are disobedient little people, and I told them to grab one of our bug out bags, and they just so happened to grab one that is the demo bag I use when I'm training people on kids' bug out bags. Which means half the gear probably here is missing because I don't think anybody actually reloaded the demo bag. But we're gonna find out now, and whatever's missing, obviously I'll tell you what's missing. So you can see how tiny this thing is. I mean, pretty much anybody can carry this. Doesn't take up, much space. If I put this on my back, you'll just see how micro. So no problem for my 4-year-old son, for my 6-year-old daughter. Anybody can wear a mini bug out bag, and kids find this stuff fun. So without further ado, let's see again what is in here and what is missing from people not reloading it. All right, first thing here looks like a nice sized poncho. Man, this is missing a lot of stuff. So yeah, this is one of the ponchos that is not a cheap dollar poncho you buy from the dollar store. This is actually a thicker one. Ponchos are great because in a survival situation, life is already going to be tough enough. You don't want to be miserable by being freezing, by being cold. And of course, you can make a poncho into a shelter. I'm going to tell you my most miserable poncho experience ever. I was in training. It was in a place that was mosquito infested. You have never seen worse mosquitoes in your life. And it was like 100 degrees too. But we had a fire and the mosquitoes were so bad, I had my poncho on. I was so close to the fire that I'm just sweating bullets, and it would get so hot that I would go back up a few feet, still with my poncho on, like sweating to death, and then mosquitoes would eat you, and then you go back to the fire and get too hot, and then you back off the mosquitoes. So that is one of my poncho memories, not a good one. So yes, have a poncho. You should have this in your bug out bags. Other stuff, this is one of those illuminated lights. These are the ones that you can blow up, and it's got the solar panel thing. There's a lot of companies that make these. You can find them on Amazon. So these are good because it doesn't require batteries. So since it's solar and everything, you can throw that in there. Not a bad thing to have in a bag. This is one of the Mylar emergency bags. They reflect about 90% of your body heat. These are great to have in your bug out bags, to have in your vehicle survival kit, because if you get trapped in the winter, then obviously you can wrap yourself in this and hopefully stay warm until the cavalry comes. So throw one of these in there. This is one of the rat tourniquets. Now, these are not my favorite tourniquet. They are a great last ditch option, but what you want in a tourniquet is the CAT tourniquet, the combat application tourniquet. Those tourniquets are great. You can put them on one-handed. So I don't see that in here, but again, this is the demo kit where it looks like half the stuff is missing. So I would definitely recommend having a higher end tourniquet in your bug out bag. You see what I pull out here? All right, flashlight. Obviously flashlights are important. You should have a flashlight. I love flashlights for multiple reasons. One, because I've been in dark places where I needed them, and it would have been much worse off for me if I didn't have a flashlight. And of course, you can use them for self-defense. You have to strike somebody in the face if it comes to that and you don't have your gun or your knife on you. So yes, I'm a huge fan of flashlights. I always have multiple flashlights in my bug out bag, in my vehicle kit. A whistle. Whistles are good. Signal, somebody can hear you. Let me see, do I really want to make myself that dead? Let's hear. All right, that's loud enough. So not the, it doesn't look like it's a very expensive whistle because I can't remember where I got this one, but still very loud. So not the world's lightest or non-loud whistle, if you will. Of course, it has a compass on there, but I wouldn't put too much into that. So whistles are good to have in there. Tactical pen. I'm a huge fan of the tactical pen. I love it. It's a regular writing utensil. It is basically a pen on steroids. If you want to get one of these, go to tacticalspypen.com for the one I carry. And I love them because you put your thumb on top and you can strike somebody. And I do have students I've trained who have used a tactical pen to save your life, including one guy who was almost attacked at a gas station and fought off his attacker with a strike, which is awesome because the good guy won. So yes, have a tactical pen. Always have various weapons in your gear. Going down the line here. This is, I'm trying to think of the name on it. This is basically a crowbar on steroids. Kind of like we have the tactical pen on steroids. So of course you can use it for prying things open. And like everything in life, it can be an improvised weapon. So if this is all you had, it would not feel good if you were on the receiving end of getting a blow to the head with this. This certainly crack somebody's skull open. And again, maybe you have to pry open a car door, maybe you have to smash out a window. So not a bad tool to have in there. This is one of those, I'm drawing a blank here for it's called, to prevent electronic pickpocketing. So I actually have one in my wallet right now. And we know that criminals, they have machines they can modify a credit card reader. If they get in with a few feet of you, they can suck out your credit card information. So this is an RFID blocking card. I have it in my wallet right now in my front pocket, but I also have one in there. Let's keep going. This is just a cheap carabiner, but I like carabiners because it allows you to clip on, to hook on tools and stuff, or you know, when I'm going hiking and camping, usually when I'm going through a river, I'll clip on my wet shoes or something, and I've got dry shoes. So just something handy to have in there. I have another flashlight, just another mini one, backup, nothing super fancy and ninja-ish about this flashlight. Go back in here. Okay, another carabiner. And this is kind of a carabiner that you can see has a knife, has a saw, got some little tools here. It's got a screwdriver, so you got a flat head, you got a Phillips head, and I believe that is it for this. So yeah, just a carabiner that could kill somebody. Even though a regular carabiner can, because if you held it the right way and you smash somebody in the head, it could do some serious damage. We have a signal mirror. So this one, the reason I like this signal mirror is the directions are on the back of it. Good thing, because in a stressful situation, your mind is going to be worrying about so many other things. You don't have to think, how do I use this properly? And if you get if you get trapped in the woods, if you get lost hiking, and I love the outdoors, I love hiking, always have some type of way to signal in an emergency situation. Let me see what else I can fish out of here. These are jiggler keys. So these are, for lack of a better word, dummy keys that can open. You could get into older model cars, not in the new cars, but also if there's a wafer lock. Like I've been in hotels teaching a course. I felt like it's been 150 degrees in the hotel, and I've called them, hey, will you turn down the thermostat? And they don't. Well, they have one of those wafer locks. You can use these to open the lock, and then I change the temperature myself. That way it's not 150 degrees. So there are different jiggler keys depending on what you're doing. Make sure they're legal in your state. I think they're legal in most states. I live in a free state, so I don't have to worry about that. But we got those. Cigarette lighter in my bug out bag, and I don't see it in this one because this is the demo that, like I said, hasn't been restocked. I always have multiple ways to start a fire. So I'll have a Bic lighter. I will have waterproof matches. I will have dryer lint to make starting a fire easier. I'll have some of that fire rope to make starting a fire easier. So when it comes to fire and staying warm, because you may have to stay warm or you may have to cook food, always have redundancy when it comes to being able to start a fire. And some gun lube here for your gun. Obviously gun lube is important. This is one of those kind of credit card multi-tool doohickeys, which just has a variety of things, kind of a little knife, a little saw. It has I would say that's a measuring tape, but small things you can tell the length. So one of these, and last but certainly not least is a knife. Knives are great. You should have multiple knives. I'm a huge knife junkie. You should have fixed blade knives and you should have folding knives, which I do in my bug out bags. So this one is missing stuff. The food, we have survival food pouches in our bug out bags that I demo for somebody. Clearly nobody put it back who was supposed to. And water filters, you gotta have water filters in your bug out bag. which are absolutely crucial. And you can have the water filter tablets. So I have both filters that you can use, but I also have the tablet stuff. So you clearly can see a few of the things, but clearly there needs to be more in here, which there is in the real bug out bags. But if you do not have a mini bug out bag for your children, I promise you they'll love this stuff. They'll think it's fun, they'll think it's enjoyable. And it is our responsibility as parents to teach our kids at a young age the importance of personal responsibility, of preparedness, of being self-reliant. So consider making a mini bug out bag for the younger ones in your life. Also, if you want some ad-free videos, if you want more tips that I definitely don't share on YouTube, please support the channel and subscribe to my Patreon. You'll see the vlog and other behind-the-scenes thing. And again, make a bug out bag, super important. Have them in your vehicle, have them in your home, have them in your office, and God bless you, God bless your family.